Last downing for Phoenix. The loss to the Lakers at the Staples Center. Now here's Jackson. Crowder with the steal. Paul with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you, when DeAndre Ayton is looking to score, he is a handful. Forces the defense into a compromising situation. DeAndre Ayton, the first pick of the 2018 draft. He was obviously the consensus #1 at the time. So hard to pass on a center like him who's got size, athleticism, and an elite vertical threat at the cup.
And that was a loaded 2018 draft class. Not just Ayton, but Doncic and Trae Young as well.
Yeah, there were some question marks early in his career about whether that was the right selection. But boy, Ayton has been a tremendous fit for them. This guy's upside is still so high.
Now Jackson following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Here's Zubac. Bridges with the board.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, Booker is in three-point territory. The defense has got to be there on the catch. He's got such tremendous accuracy from deep.
That one good for 2.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Paul for 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. To the inside. Count the basket.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Booker left side. Outside Crowder. In the corner, it's Bridges. Over Jackson. Markkanen pulls it in.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
The 3 from George. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Booker with no one around gets the three-pointer to fall. Booker's got 6.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
Outside for George. Fires from 18. It's hauled in by the Suns.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Now Las Vegas moving it up. That doesn't go either for George. The Suns leading. Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And there's the call on Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Bridges with the steal.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Now Las Vegas moving it up. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Bridges misses. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Las Vegas. Kicks it out to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Markkanen. And that one is good. It's all knotted up.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
Substitution for the away team.
Here's the Suns with the ball. Dane looking around. Driving to the basket. And that one's good. Shannon.
Outstanding pass on time and on target.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the first quarter. McGee with the block. And they'll keep possession. Outside, Batum. Here's Hartenstein.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Pass to Kennard. From outside the arc. And no good that time. The Suns go the other way with it. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shamet with it. Shoots over Batum. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. On the wing, Holiday. Over to the wing. Here's Mann. No good on the triple. Knocks it loose. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. From outside, off the mark. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Las Vegas ahead. Up 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns dancers.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from Las Vegas so far, guys, what are you seeing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Kawhi Leonard.
And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Booker outside. And Doris is a point guard running the show. When you look at options on the floor around you, your teammates, at what other position would you most like another big-time player?
You know, Kevin, I'm not sure I'm going to define it necessarily by shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center. I think what I would say is it's always great to play with guys who have the ability to think the game quickly and at a high level, because those who can think it and combine that with skill are the most dangerous guys on the floor.
First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away team, Paul George.
Poked away. Crowder with the steal. With the step back. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul outside. From deep three-point range. And the Suns miss again.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Paul George.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with, incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
That's his first.
And Doris, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment, and boy, Kawhi has.
Paul is doubled. Bridges left side. Leonard with the steal. Now George. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, we've always known Paul George can be a high flyer. Woo-hoo, that was nicely done.
The ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work. Gets the most out of his teammates and has done that wherever he's played.
Taking 2 shots.
As you said, Paul's teams often overachieve in the standings.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone. And he's the engine to this whole operation.
Las Vegas leading by 6. Now here's Jackson. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And so here's Phoenix. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Outside, Markkanen. Shoots over Crowder. And the shot is long.
No one near him on that one. And I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Substitution for your Suns. JaVale McGee.
And here's Jackson. Outside, George. Las Vegas again missing.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Las Vegas leading by 7. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Pass to Zubac. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside Holiday. Stolen by George. .114 left in the first half. And Leonard has it in the corner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
JaVale McGee. That's his first personal
and we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And the first one drops. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Payne can't hit. And here's Las Vegas. They're on a 17-6 run. On the wing, Jackson. Here's for three. Las Vegas again missing. Suns trail by 13. And the Suns miss again. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And George, here we go.
Boy, you have got to love the energy Paul George is playing with. Throws the hammer down.
Holiday looking for an opening. George, right side. Pass to Payne. Shot clock at 5. Holiday with the 3. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Las Vegas. Between his points and his rebound. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Takes a step back. And here's Booker from the arc.
Well, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. It's Crowder on the wing. Back to Booker. Ball right side. Just 5 on the clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The 3 from George. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Down low. Here's Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
And finished off by Leonard.
Well, defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
On the wing, Booker. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Bridges outside. Booker left side. Launches a 3. Excellent D there from George.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
To the paint. The shot by Paul, no good.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul. Timeout away team. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Suns dancers.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Leonard. Out to the right wing. Markkanen from outside. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns.
Suns
still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. And that'll be his third foul so far. Las Vegas leading by 19. And Markkanen out of Finland, Greg, was one of the hot names in free agency this last summer.
And surprisingly, didn't get an extension before the season. Just hard to find 7-footers that can shoot like Markkanen. You knew at least a few teams would try and lure him away.
No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Suns moving the ball around. Inside. Here's Jackson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
No good from outside.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Booker in the corner. Clock at 6. Pass to Ayton. Up and in from the low block.
Well, Devin Booker, known as a scorer, but this guy is able to put it on time and on target.
Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Outside Holiday. It's tipped. Right side Markkanen.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the third. Picked by Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Las Vegas needs to get off a shot. Kennard for 3. And it's Shamet with the rebound. Suns trail by 21. And there's a whistle that goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
So it's Las Vegas now. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Mann. Into the lane. Off target at the rim. Pass to Payne. Fires from deep. It's deflected. Outside Markkanen. No good on the shot. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Payne. Batum with the steal. .55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
The away team.
And Las Vegas making a change here.
Karis LeVert.
Here's Payne. Phoenix no good that time either.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's LeVert. Got a piece of it.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir.
And LeVert, here we go.
Phoenix foul.
You know, Karis LeVert really delivers exactly what you want from a guy in his position, which is points.
Right. For Karis, it's about capitalizing on every opportunity the defense gives you. He's got enough range to complement an elite driving game. This is a guy who can get you a bucket when you need it.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And LeVert, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Saric.
How about the athleticism of Karis LeVert? So good at slicing through the defense and making them get physical with him.
Suns trail by 20. In the corner, it's Bridges. Lets the 3 fly. On the wing, Bridges. Bangs home the trifecta. Bridges got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Las Vegas leads by 17. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Jackson. To the inside. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. And the shot goes in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
George double team. Down low. Here's Markkanen. Outside Leonard. 5 on the clock. The shot. And he knocks down the jumper.
Leonard.
And Las Vegas leads by 21.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And here's Booker from the arc. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul for 3. And the Suns miss again. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Las Vegas. Markkanen. Pass to Zubac. Leonard on the wing. 3-pointer. Another miss by Leonard. Suns trail by 21. With 3. Booker. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Rejected by Booker. Paul for 3. It's rebounded by Las Vegas. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Boy, there's a smoothness to Paul George's game. He's moving fast, but he makes it look easy.
So it's Phoenix now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Pass to Booker. Back to Paul. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Leonard.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Paul George with the steal. And Chris Paul picks up the foul.
Chris Paul.
That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. George looking around. He takes it in.
Phoenix foul.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Kicks it out to Booker. And the Suns miss again.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Leonard. Outside for George. Driving inside.
Phoenix foul.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The dynamic, Greg, between players and officials is always interesting, with some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship. Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Outside Holiday. And nothing is falling for him right now. Leonard inside. Driving in. They grab their own miss. Clock at 4. Goes back up. The shot by George, no good. And it's the Suns with the ball. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Las Vegas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Paul George.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
The three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
In the corner, Shamet with it. The kick out to Holiday to end the run. The shot misses. Outside, George. McGee with the block.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee.
Checking in for the away team.
So we see Las Vegas taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come.
Which part to get like, part to get not, pride getting dropped, and I do it for the squad. What you talking about? Or